Greg. Mike. Two bandits. Watching Bluey.
This episode is called Hot-Dog.
What up, my party people? Welcome to episode 2.
Woo! Woo!
Two bandits watching Bluey.
That's what we do.
I am Greg.
And I am known as Mike.
Let's get right to it.
Oh, why are you going to get so
Episode
serious? It's
Episode 2, Hospital. And I think what they call this in the biz, I'm going to kick off with a content warning. If you think Bluey, the character, not the show, but Bluey, the character, is infallible, this might be one for you to skip.
Greg, how are you?
I'm much better than poor Bandit throughout this episode. But I'm good. I'm good.
What do you mean? You might. There's no. Yeah, we'll get to all of that.
We'll get to it, but content warning. If Bluey is your personal Lord and Savior, maybe go to Keepy Uppy. Maybe go on to Keepy Uppy.
I'm doing well, too. Thanks for asking.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm doing better than Bingo during this episode. So let's.
Bingo. Bless her.
What are we going to. We're just going to jump right into that water? Are we getting froggy? Just going right into it, or?
I think we're going right into it.
That's
we're going right to it.
The only way to do it.
But right off the bat, episode takes a turn from the first 5 seconds in, but, more clutch bandit dadding, playing mountain climber.
Bandit dadding. We need like a catchphrase for that. Banditing. But no,
Banditing.
go ahead.
I like banditing. You can workshop it. But,
Banditing? Okay, currently banditing.
Currently banditing. Hardcore banditing.
Okay. Yeah.
Playing mountain climber with Bingo, climbing up, and Olympic level flip at the end there. Bingo nails it.
Bingo just rocks it.
Tens across the board, even from that tough Russian drudge. But, Mary Lou Renner ain't got nothing on Bingo.
And Bluey's sitting there like, it's my turn. It's time. It's my turn. It's my turn. And, Bluey's, I'm not going to say it in a bad way. I mean, Bandit said it like, my back.
Man,
like,
and last episode I was talking about how, Bandit sets the bar too high. This is the most I've ever related to Bandit ever. Because, man, the first second I saw that, I thought, man, that would really hurt my back. And when I saw him rub his lower back there and squint, I was like, there we go.
He squints, too. He sells it so much.
He's so like us. He's so like us.
Great, cool. And then Bluey's just sitting there like, it's okay. Now it's my time.
Exactly.
Now I get my flippy.
And that's the hard, again, I've got two kids that same size too.
Yep.
A lot of times my little one, my littly, just got to watch out for littlies.
Lilies.
She can get thrown and jumped and, flipped up in the air pretty easy. My kid who's twice the size, not so much anymore.
Round
not
two.
so much. It's rough. So I get it. So
Have you had a time that like have you come across a moment that exact thing has happened to you?
Yes, 1,000%. Last week sometime, Liv, my youngest, was on my shoulders, and walking around with her, just riding my shoulders, running around the backyard, ha, fun. Emily comes up, my turn. Let's do something else that's fun, where I'm not putting your 70-pound frame upon my. She's probably not 70 pounds. I don't know how much kids weigh. More than I can carry.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Now was this like the whole thing where they're literally like they're on your shoulders?
Oh yeah.
I kid you not. I think I've only done that once.
I think it's smart because with your history of falling downstairs, I think it's quite dangerous
Oh.
for Finn to be on top of you at that level.
I don't want
That's a botchamania moment waiting to happen.
That's a different conversation to go into, and Stairs and I don't get along, and the fact that my wife is willing to let me live inside of a Cape Cod instead of a ranch is just baffling to all of our
I think she's had it out for you. I truly,
Is that what it is?
It's very possible. It's very possible. But the rage, it might have been an unspoken rage, but there was clear rage from Bluey out of the fact that he didn't get to play mountain climber because that's right.
Swing and a miss.
I do that all the time.
Second episode in, botched it.
I was
No
raised
edits.
I was raised that dogs are boys and cats are girls. So I'm still working through that. It's hard. I don't know why, but in my head, dogs are boys, cats are girls.
I kid you not to segue to a different show, but I thought Blue from Blue's Clues was a boy dog for the longest time, and
See?
that's on me. So
The more you know. And we'll get more into dog and cat relationships in this episode because this is something I'm very confused about, but we'll get there.
There you go.
But Bandit's not feeling it today. He doesn't have the energy of Magic Xylophone. Just wants to rest. So we're gonna play hospital, and it's the start of one of my favorite reoccurring bits between either Bandit or Chili. Oh no, not hospital. This episode of Bluey's called Hospital.
The look on his
fear.
face, where he's just like, and they say they bust out. They're like, hospitals, and he's like, no, not hospital. And so like the grammar in there, like you can tell that they're being still children, and he still chooses to correct them, but realizes with regret what he's getting himself into.
Now again, in clearing up things for Mike, so our thousands and thousands of Twitter followers don't come get him. I'm pretty sure hospital is the way they say it over there, kind of like university and other words.
Bandit said hospital though. They say
said
hospitals.
Oh,
They say hospitals, and he
followers
goes,
are coming for me now.
dang right. What's up?
What's up?
At me.
But hospital, to me, and this is one I played this with the kiddos before it was a Bluey thing. It's like, man, this sounds chill. You get to be the patient.
Yep.
You lay down. It's like a low-key back rub. Like, oh, my back's really sore.
Sure.
Hit it with those soft mallets that probably feel like a nice masseuse. No.
Not with
No, it always turns bad. It always turns dangerous and violent and way more work and moving on your part than necessary. So I get the oh no hospitals.
And again, with Bandit committing to the bit right out of the gate when Bingo shows up with the remote with this is for your legs, now this is for your back, and he does it incorrectly. I don't know how the cushions move with him. So he's doing something very well in that situation because when he pulls up his back, the cushion moves with him completely. When he pulls up his legs, cushions are moving.
The actor in that CGI suit must be really impressive to be able to move like that. You're right. I wonder how he does that. It's drawn that way, brah.
Right out of the gate, again, Bandit committing to the bet 100%. 100.
Another thing I like committing to the bit, and we'll talk about this as we go through here, but it's not Bandit right now. He's Telemachus.
Oh, that's correct.
The names.
I apologize.
The names that they use during Imagination Time. Love it every single time. This is the first great example.
Yeah.
I Googled, just because I was curious, Telemachus of Greece mythology. I'm, again, not as cultured as Mike. Odysseus?
What?
Odysseus?
Yeah.
From
The Odyssey?
Homer's Odyssey? Yeah. Apparently he's Odysseus and Penelope's son. So,
Boom.
in the background of what does Bandit and Chili do? See if some he took some Greek studies class at some point. We know that is something he might have minored in college, or at least has some passion around.
Do we ever find out how old Bandit and Chili are?
In dog years or people years?
We're gonna find out soon.
I just think I blew your mind with that. I just looked in your eyes, and I think I just blew your mind with that. But again, we're gonna get. I don't want to keep jumping.
That's it down the road. Well,
there's some weird how this world is built questions that I have coming up here, but we'll get to them.
Oh, I love it. That's a good question.
But what we don't need to get to is jab. Bluey, Doctor
Bluey. Oh, that's
a real
cold.
jerk.
She's not the friendliest in this episode.
She either had a bad, if my parenting skills say anything, had a bad night's sleep. Bingo's been getting a lot of attention maybe today that she, not he.
Yep, correct.
Pronouns, pal.
Good.
Is not receiving back from. She's just cranky. There's some big Bluey issues, and for episode 2.
Yeah, to bring her out of the gate and have her be. She's being a pinger.
Episode.
she's coming out swinging with just the, like, and it's you see the juxtaposition between the two of them right out of the gate because Nurse Bingo uses his name consistently. Yeah. He says, "You're gonna be all right, sweetheart." She sings to him.
Telemachus. It's gonna be okay, Telemachus.
And
then Bluey's
just jabbing.
Whatever, big blue guy.
Right out of the gate, and just.
But rough Bluey episode. But this again, and this must have been an early episode for me, because like you said, I didn't watch these in chronological order. Although maybe we should pretend that we are for this, but
we are currently. Yes. What do you mean? This is the second episode of Bluey I've ever watched.
Exactly. Any hoozle. It's pretty rough to take your main named character, make him a dingus. Episode 2.
Sure.
Bold move.
Yeah,
Bold
that's well. I mean, I think that's the fun thing about it, and I'll let you have that moment when you want to say that the show should have been called Bingo instead of Bluey, but I'm going to take it away from you right down to there.
We'll get to that episode where they try to correct those errors.
And that's where
a year and a half. My math is right.
I mean, in 3 weeks when we record that episode, sure. That's where I think they're doing justice to the fact that it's not just a show about Bluey. It's a show about the family.
It's very true.
And they show not only sympathy for Bingo, but poor Bandit in that episode.
And a little behind the scenes, when we were watching this episode, a couple minutes ago, and kind of ripping on Bluey, watching it, your wife said, everyone has a bad day.
Yeah.
It's just Bluey's bad day.
It's just Bluey's bad day, and thankfully Bingo wasn't the one to suffer from it completely. That was
exactly. And Bingo a trooper. The hand, one of my favorite parts. Not to jump ahead, but
the
hand drawn essay, the hand drawn X-ray,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, oh, is that a possum? And then just that look that Bingo's like, no, it's a cat. I have been on the wrong end of that misidentification of a drawing. I've learned very much. It's like, oh, what's this you got here? It's a much better way to go.
Oh, yeah. That would have been wiser on Bandit's part. Yeah. But
that Telemachus.
Sorry, again, Telemachus. My apologies. I'm
Thought
Dr. Mike over here.
Thought he was having.
Did we introduce ourselves in the episode?
Yeah,
okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Edit.
You didn't say doctor, but
I didn't say Dr. Mike. I apologize.
Everyone needs to know that he has a doctorate in bluology. That's his bona fides. That's why he's here.
I got it after one episode, so don't mind me.
Online only cost him $100. But poor Telemachus, having a rough day. He happens to have a cat in his belly. He did not eat it. As we all know, cats get into your belly by sliding through your belly button.
The belly button.
On a slide.
Finn swinging in hot.
But don't worry. There's a cure for having a cat or possum in your stomach. It is a very violent surgery with toy mixers, which again, in my head, is like, oh yeah, mixers again. It's a little massage. Been there, done that. It is not.
Wait, no. Okay.
We have a huge kitchen set that has a bowl mixer, and that might be the problem too, because they kind of like took that whole thing and just bam.
That actually happened.
Yes, sir.
True statement.
Not on my stomach, but on my back.
Oh my Lanta.
Big thing that me and my good friend Bandit have in common. Got bad backs. Worse backs after children happen.
Oh, cool.
Actually,
cool.
Slightly off topic story. I done my back. My first time that it really got messed up on me was Olivia was just learning to walk and like sprinted towards the bathroom with the door open and toilet seat up because I'm a bad person.
Sure.
And was like ready just to dive into it, I think. So I jumped to get her, and then it's the first second I jumped.
Yeah.
I don't have injuries. I have kid injuries.
So that look right out of the gate when you saw him
it's like
saying, "Oh, can we play a different game?"
Again, not
the look in his eyes.
You're dragging me down to your jumping around in time here, but I feel like
right at
that moment, his back popped. He's not feeling good. He's hurting, and he's still bringing his A game.
Wow.
But unfortunately, violent surgery.
Yep.
Sweet Nurse Bingo trying to take care of him. It fails. They get an octopus out of there.
That's true.
Which another
they
line
put back.
They put back because I can't remember which one said, but like I think that's supposed to be there.
Right.
And then halfway through, it looked like his like guts falling out of him, which was a fun visual.
Is it like a small intestine kind of vibe? So.
I think that's where it was going for. It worked though. It worked.
Yeah.
But again, difference between Bingo and Bluey this episode. Bingo gently puts the face mask on Bandit.
Yeah.
Which was
a party hat.
Just like
love that, by the way.
Rubs
but
his cheek. Dude, again, they are a yes and improv family through and through, and I love it about them. And then after the failed surgery, horrible bedside manner, Dr. Bluey just snaps the thing off.
Oh, God. I felt that happen.
And and again, with the yes anding, and how, again, this is just second episode, but all the times that we've seen this family interact with each other, one of the few times Bandit breaks character.
Is in this
says,
episode?
Bluey, stop jabbing me. That's the last time. We had the dad that I am usually when playtime goes poorly come out, which again, makes him more relatable when they don't have their perfect days. It's a little bit more relatable, which I like.
But in this one, they're like, you see the progression of it too. Whereas at first he gets jabbed, and he gets jabbed again, and he stopped calling her Dr. Bluey. He's like, Bluey.
Yeah.
Freaking calm yourself a little bit.
Yeah. But before we get too far past it, another key point that I really liked here, and talking about how, Bandit being on his A game earlier with the remote, hitting the wrong button, head goes up, leg goes up.
Sure.
They drop the remote inside of him during the surgery.
They do.
And then he starts
going
up and down, left and right. I mean, it's clutch. Bandit is clutch through and through.
Oh, and there's not a single. It's funny because we'll get through it a lot more down the road, of course. But like they're both great parents in the show too. And there's not a single sight of Chili in the episode.
I just realized that until you said that.
She's not there once.
She doesn't get a second of screen time.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's all him just being good dad. So I don't know, like in the first couple episodes, maybe Bandit's on vacation and he's doing his thing. Well, he works from home, doesn't he?
And it's a very small world, and I'm very excited, not to foo-foo this episode, but I'm very excited to get into some of the future ones where the world builds.
Yeah.
Because, who's your favorite character is going to be pretty slim pickings here, unless you're picking the octopus. It's pretty slim pickings for...
Spoiler alert. don't do that to me.
But, things getting rough. We had to show up, and, good luck for Bandit that the closest hammer that they had was an inflatable hammer.
Holy guacamole.
Even a Fisher-Price one would have been rough. Would have been rough if this had been a whole different show. If it was, Bandit's actual hammer sitting right next to them, it could have turned dark.
Oh, wow!
Man, that's the feels this episode was bringing me. This was a rough one. Was a rough one.
So which infliction of pain from Bluey would you have rather taken in the episode then?
Not the jab.
The jab or the party hat to the schnoz?
I take the party hat.
Yeah?
I take the party.
The one-time snap.
Those jabs looked violent.
She wasn't playing. Dr. Bluey was...
Again, because she had a bad day.
Man, her pancakes weren't cooked all the way.
There's something deeper, something darker in this episode that we don't need to get into.
Ooh. What gave her that bad day? Yeah, that's a mini episode.
But surgery finishes.
Yep.
They get the octopus out and get the octopus back in. But the cat's still in there.
Cat's still in there.
And I think we even glossed over that. The reason he was having surgery was because he swallowed a cat. Or somehow a cat got in his belly.
The belly button.
And that's where I'm getting a little bit confused. And, I have very strange issues with this in kids shows.
Okay.
The healers are dogs.
Yep.
And they can talk and they can walk and they interact with each other.
Uh-huh.
Cats are cats. and they're kind of like pets in this episode.
Yeah, it's
and like after watching it, I think about it deeper. Like they're the only, a lot of these, you've got dogs talking to cats and moose and pigeons and stuff. They're the only animal that made it to that next step.
So that's like if I went to the hospital, they're like, oh, you ate an 8-year-old. Like it's not.
Kinda. Let's help you.
Let's not worry about. Which in the end, spoiler, the cat survives.
Yes.
But
the cat survives.
That's true. That's very
after being
true.
swallowed whole by another animal. Again, it's a kid show. But man,
Nurse Bingo was very excited.
Nurse Bingo was very excited, and good on Nurse Bingo because Dr. Bluey ready to give up on dear old dad.
Walking out.
Nothing we can do. Walking out. Helping the next patient.
Checking on other patients. Well, I mean, not even.
And that's when Bingo uses a big girl voice. Or big girl bark.
Ooh, haven't gotten there yet, but.
And says, Dr. Bluey, there's more that we can do. Take a look at this x-ray and this lovely potted plant that's inside Telemachus.
It's like an episode of ER right now. I'm getting
so
chills.
Comes back in, shows a picture, not a potted plant, a mouse in there. But then Bluey says, what's going on, big blue guy? And interrupts, his name is Telemachus.
Not big blue guy.
She was defending her patient. She, again,
if
we're being
clutch,
meta, a
bingo.
good bit of, bad bedside manner doctors with the strong nurses, tons of sitcoms, movies. This is like plucked from ER, I think. I think I saw
ER,
Clooney,
Nurse Bingo.
being real rude to insert name of nurse on ER. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can remember this happening clearly. Grey's Anatomy. Anyway.
I was going to let you go for it. I was going to let you just go.
But we have very big, there was an old lady who swallowed a fly logic and how to solve Telemachus's issue.
Yep.
Swallowed a mouse. Cat jumped in to get the mouse. So
well, then
obviously...
what do we do? Boom. The deductive reasoning behind bingo for a 4-year-old is legit. Like, I don't know if... Well, have a bad day. Like, Bluey just wasn't having a good one. And Bingo's... Nurse Bingo, excuse me, was just like, no. There must be a way. Like, that's from a 4-year-old?
Life finds a way.
That's legit.
It was legit. So dangle that cheese. Cheese chased the mouse. Cat hops out.
Speaking of which, like, if my kid came up to me and we were playing hospitals and they had a piece of cheese, Swiss cheese, on a piece of string, on a stick, and Chili's nowhere to be around, I'd be like, Dunk, you guys are next level right now. Because they had ready to go.
They have huge imaginations. And I was going to save a little bit for the next episode, but as they were running around, they've got one big old house, don't they?
They do. It's
Holy
huge.
smokes. And we get a good, and we'll save this for next episode, but we get a good shot of it, and hot dang, that is one mega house that those healers have. I don't know, again, no clue what they do for work, but they do it well.
And yet... So we saved the day.
And we saved the day. And one of my favorite things, this is, again, a reoccurring line used for the first time. Just the kid screaming, hooray!
Yep.
Love it.
Love it. Triumph again. And yet, somehow, in the end, Bluey is still a butt cheek. Because she stabs right at the end.
I'm trying to figure out how long into this episode it would have gone until I put Bluey in timeout.
Ooh, that's a good question.
And I'm thinking the pre-surgery stab, that pre-surgery jab that she gave in after saying no more jabs.
Yep.
I think that would have been game over. You're supposed to be asleep. Okay, timeout. Me and Nurse Bingo are playing a happy, nice, kind game now.
I think I'm going to agree with you then, because it's when Bingo sings to him. He falls asleep, and she's like, oh, he's asleep? Doink! Nah.
But again, to quote your delightful wife, we all have bad days sometimes. And this was just Bluey's bad day.
Bluey's bad day.
But with that...
Got a name for the episode now. Cool. Well, it's going to be called Hospitals.
But yeah.
But maybe we'll have, like, cool subtitles.
Again, this must have been an early watch for me, because this put me on Team Bingo hard. This one put me on Team Bingo hard.
I can't disagree with you. I can't.
I'm failing to see the lesson that this one taught me.
Okay.
It wasn't really about sharing. It wasn't really about cooperation. It was really about being a jerk to your dad and having a good kid who's not.
I can agree with you on and there has to be some. No, yeah. It has to be about making sure that even if Bluey's having a bad day, Bingo can have a good day.
Yeah.
Like.
We all have good days. We all have bad days. And as
Correct.
a parent, it's our job to make sure we don't overreact.
There was a lot of times.
One way or another.
There's a lot of times that you see Bandit look lovingly towards Bingo when he knows Bluey's being just a butt cheek. That's fine. He his eyes pan over.
Cheeky child.
So when Bluey's being a cheeky child, and then he'll look back to Bingo. And he has like you said, the facial reactions in the show are very good because you can read them very well. And he has moments where he just looks at her so you can tell it's just so lovingly. And so it's just, I think that's the lesson, I guess, out of this. I don't know if we're teaching lessons.
And I think that's why we might both agree when I ask you the question, Hey Mike, who is your favorite character?
Oh, my favorite character of this episode of Bluey Hospitals?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say that my favorite character is the mouse. Because it's A, going to be a differential from what you're going to be picking, and B, it shows the imagination of a child really coming into play and making it fun for both of them and Dad. So the mouse wins.
Again, you as a Bluey truther, unwilling to say the truth, which is that Bingo was clearly the best character in this episode. Nurse Bingo for the win.
Not surprised.
Overcoming, saving the day, which, to be fair, Bingo is usually the one who they kind of have to make up for and help out with a little bit more, which is why I can kind of, I feel some Bingo love. This is like a very strong Bingo showing.
Yeah, it is.
Which is why I rate this episode 4.5 bingos.
Going 4.5 bingos on this episode. I'm going to...
can see the wheels turning.
Yeah, well, it's not a full tearjerker of things yet to come. So it gets you to know Bingo, but I'm gonna give it 4.
For what?
Octopuses.
Perfect.
Out of this one, that's gonna be. Yeah. What was your? Hey, Greg.
Yeah, buddy.
What was your favorite thing?
Well, Mike, my favorite thing this episode, I think it had to be the moment when Bandit swallowed, or not swallowed, the surgery goofed up and the remote went into him.
Who swallowed it? Excuse me.
Oh, Telemachus.
Thank you.
How dare I? When Telemachus swallowed the remote and having those quick, again, improv family man, feet go up, feet go down, bounces all around.
Yep.
He's tired. His back hurts.
Yep.
He just wants to take a nap right now.
That's true.
But he's still full dad. And he's
Chilly.
still
Where
rocking
you
it.
at,
So
dog?
gotta love it. Gotta love it. Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing, because the thing I like a lot about the show is things that make me have a strong reaction. And it's going to sound bad, but it's when Telemachus could have gone to the actual level. It's when the party hat snaps on his face. Because I felt that. Like, the snap happens, and he gets a little angry, and he retains himself, and he maintains being a good bandit, and then he continues to be Telemachus. So that's like the commitment level that this family shows is that was my favorite thing. It's as sadistic as it sounds. Gosh, jeez.
All right. Well, that does it for us this episode. Just quick plugs. Make sure, again, you go into Bandcamp and buy whatever latest music David McCormick has to offer. Be sure to stream Lovin' Monsters, starring Melanie Zanetti.
Yeah.
And for Mike,
Streaming it.
this is Greg saying, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done.